recorded that. That was one of the first things I put on the internet, on YouTube, like 15, 16 years ago or something. It got 5,000 hits over the years. Yes, by far and away the most hits I've gotten. I played it with different chords. It turns out my guitar had kind of gotten a little bit flat. So when I finally started tuning my guitar to the proper tuning, I couldn't sing it anymore. But so now I use different chords and I don't really know how to play them anymore. So, but anyway, the reason, of course, that I got 5,000 hits is that there wasn't any Tim Buckley on then. It was early in the days. But anyway, earlier today I mentioned to my daughter that I was coming here tonight and could she take her dog for the evening. And she said, well, I suppose you're going to do the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald tonight. And I said, oh shit, we should. Unfortunately, I did not have time today to practice it. And although I had practiced it 2 years ago for the Gordon Lightfoot tribute we did, I pulled this out, and I don't even remember what an A sustained 2 chord is. I must have known what it was then. But so anyway, I did print off a bunch of copies, and I thought, well, maybe we could sing it together. Woo-hoo! You want to come up here, Ski? And I don't know who else wants to come up here. I got a total of 11 copies. So we can pass them on to the audience, so whether you can read them in the audience is another question entirely.
Does anybody want a copy?
There's a bunch of lyrics to this song. Anyone want a copy? I'll pass some around there. Or maybe people can read it off their phones or something. I thought I would try to play some chords just to get us in key here. See what happens. Oh wait, probably don't need that. Wish I knew what that
No, because I can't remember the first part. Lives on from the Chippewa down of the big lake they call Gitchee-Rooney. The lake is sad, never gives up her dead when the skies of November turn gloomy. With a load of iron ore, 26,000 tons more than the Edmunds Fitzgerald weighed empty. Big ship and crew was a bone to be chewed by the winds of November came early. The ship was the pride of the American side, sailing back from the mill in Wisconsin. As big freighters go, she was bigger than most, with a crew and good captain well seasoned. Concluding some terms with a couple steel firms, when they got fully loaded for clean. And later that night, when the ships fell in, could it be the north wind they'd been feeling? Wind and the wires made a tattletale sound, and the wave broke over the bay. And every man knew, as the captain did too, 'twas the witch of November come stealing. The dawn came late and the breakfast had to wait, when the gales of November came slashing. When afternoon came, it was freezing rain, in the face of a hurricane west wind. When supper time came, the old cook came on deck, saying, fellas, it's too rough to feed ya. At 7 p.m. a main hatchway in. He said, fellas, it's been good to know ya. The captain wired in, he had water coming in, and a good ship and crew crew was in peril. And later that night when the ship lay outside, came the wreck of the Edmunds Fitzgerald. Does anyone know where the love of God goes when the waves turn minutes to hours? The surgeons all say they have made Whitefish Bay, that they put 15 more miles behind her. They might have split up or they might have capsized. They might have broke deep and took water. And all that remains are the faces and names of the wives and the sons and the daughters. Like your old superior sings in the rooms of a ice-water mansion. Old Michigan seems like a young man's dreams. The islands and bays are for sportsmen. And farther below in Ontario takes in what Lake Erie can send her. And the iron boats go, as the mariners all know, with the gales of November, remember. Musty old Hall in Detroit they pray in the maritime sailors' cathedral. The church bell chimed to drink 29 times for each man on the Edmunds Fitzgerald. The legend lives on from the Chippewa down of the big lake they call Kitchigumi. Superior, they say, never gives up her dead when gales of November come early. And since David's not playing it, let's all do this. Wow, 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 wow.